Hi everybody, it's your guy here, the unknown, and today I want to show you one trade that closed me and two trades that I got. Okay, and everything for me, it's influenced by patience. That's why here I've written that patience pays, guys. Patience pays. And I've actually made a video to yesterday. It was on when a day before I made this video, revealed one big secret to high profit in trading. And this is where I actually explained how you can actually remain patient, how you can be patient when you are trading. I know this is an industry that is actually driven by emotions. Okay, so it will trigger your emotions most of the time. They will try to trick you so that you enter into a position. Okay, so this video will help you a lot, okay, because it will help you remain patient. Okay, and I also got this video up here, which you won't be profitable until you do this. Okay, this is where I showed you costly mistakes that were actually a huge burden to me, and they were preventing me to see consistency. And it was after overcoming the mistakes I've mentioned here that I became consistent. And honestly speaking, this here includes impatience. Okay, impatience, and I answered impatience on this one. Okay, and today I made a video about changing of timing zones, where I changed my timing zones. If you watch this one, you'll understand why I changed my timing zones. Okay, so let's just go and as you look at, let's just look at the economic calendar quite quick. As you can see right now, we had we had 4 meeting few minutes ago. Okay, and I closed all the trades that I'm gonna be showing you right now, and the reason I closed them was because of Forex news. Okay, so guys, with that said, I want us to look at this today. If you look at this is gold. Okay, this is gold. Okay, this is gold, and gold is trending up. We had a day one yesterday. How do we know it's a day one? When they broke the high the following day, which was today. They broke the high of yesterday. As you can see, this day went down, and this one gave us a first green day. However, it became day one when this level was closed. What that simply means is now we have a peak formation, and I told you we don't trade again, we don't counter trend against peak formations. And the trade I'm gonna be showing you right now is a counter trending trade. Okay, I counter trended, and I'll tell you why I did that, but I will advise against counter trending until you're fully back tested and you are now experienced enough to take counter trends. Okay, because for me, I've done a lot, and I've actually spent enough time on my charts to understand when and where I might get some good opportunities. Okay, I haven't spent enough because this it's a continuous learning journey. We will learn forever. Okay, you never actually master the markets. You will keep learning every single day. Okay, so guys, let me show you on a 15 minutes time frame. One thing I'll tell you is that yes, I did change my timings. Okay, because I was using my old timings, which was 3:30. If you watch my previous 2 to 3 videos, you'll see that I was using 3:30 South African time, which when compared to USA is actually 8:30. Okay, and the reason I was doing that, I explained in the previous video that I posted today, is because I was looking at price behavior, and I believe that okay, the behavior wasn't signed to the new times. Okay, it was only until yesterday that I started seeing as price behaving in a way that aligns with timings. So today I changed my timings, obviously after the London session. Okay, if you watch that video, you'll see why I did that. So guys, now I'm actually using 9:30, which is here in South Africa it's actually 4:30. Okay, I'm using 4:30, which compared to US it's 9:30. Okay, because now I've seen that the price behavior, it's actually aligning with the new times. I don't know if the algorithm delayed, but if you know me, one thing you'll know is that I don't want to just do things. I don't follow the crowd. Okay, I want to first confirm myself. Okay, then I once I've confirmed, that's when I change. And today, I tell you, since yesterday, I've seen that prices are behaving in a way that is aligning with the new times, and I've changed my times. So my US time now is actually 4:30 South African time, which is 9:30 US time. Okay, I hope you will understand that. Okay, so one thing I don't do is I don't come to my screen, or I don't open a position before the equity opening time. Okay, sometimes I don't even open my charts at all. I do analyze the day before, and once I've analyzed, I then wait for the session in which that pair moves well. Okay, if it gives me a setup, okay, then I wait for the equity opening time. So today on gold, obviously gold moves well during the US session, so I waited actually for the equity opening time. I didn't take anything. Someone might have got this moves, okay, congrats, but personally for me, because they did give a triangle and I did see these things, okay, I did see these things, but I don't execute anything. You see, this was a good triangle. I don't execute anything up until the equity opens, okay? And that's something that works for me for the long run, okay? Because I don't want to be breaking my plan. That's my plan, and I didn't miss this because it's not in my plan, and I'm not gonna break it today because I feel like this is gonna move. No, I stick to my plan, okay? So guys, I came actually at the beginning of this candle. You see this candle? That's when I came to my screen, and looking at gold, you can see this one has just been going up and up and up and up, okay? So I want to see how prices will be behaving when my session opens, okay? So I wait, and this is the candle where I come, and if you see how big this candle is, it's propelling people to buy. The people are still buying. You see this candle, it didn't just close as a pin, it was an engulf, so people were buying. And then the following candle actually becomes a doji, and a doji literally tells you that they spend 15 minutes doing nothing, okay? Because this is obviously a 15-minute time frame. That tells you that they spend 15 minutes doing literally nothing. And you know they're not actually doing nothing. What they're doing is they're holding this level for 15 minutes. First of all, they send you up, okay? And then they hold the level for 15 minutes, okay? When they hold this level for 15 minutes, okay, do you know what they did? They were actually propelling people to go up, 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 because this one is a candle that goes up and up and up. As people are buying, when there are few seconds left, they come and close like this. So most of the people who have been buying this candle, we're getting the orders filled all over here, okay? And some of them were getting their orders filled above here. So the moment they got their orders filled above here, they got trapped. I wait for a stop hunt, okay? So when I saw this doji candle on a 15-minute time frame, I observed closely on a 5-minute time frame. As you can see, this is the equity opening time. So what they did, they sent people up, then closed as an inside day, as an inside bar, I mean, and then they bought this hammer candle, okay? This hammer was an engulf, sending people up. Obviously, there are people who bought this hammer candle when it was an engulf, and then it closed as a hammer, okay? And this was the last time they visited this level, okay? So what I personally do when things are like this, okay, I want to go to a 1-minute time frame, okay, because the behavior is confirming on bigger time frames, okay? And I will obviously open these different time frames on different monitors, okay? And what I want to see is what I've been explaining all the time. Ever since I've started this channel, I was speaking about this one thing, okay? When you are on a 1-minute time frame, you're gonna see things more clear. And let's see what happens. The equity time opens, they keep sending people up. Buy. I told you, when they want to sell, they're gonna say buy. They send people up again, they send people up. This is an M. This is an M. For those who see, this is an M, okay? This is an M. I know that people will struggle to see this as an M, but you just need more practice, then you'll see these things, okay? This is an M if you look carefully. Let me just put an M above here. You see, this is the first leg of an M. Then they made, this is the middle part, okay? And then this is the second leg, okay? Okay, this is just the neck. They give a second leg. What do they do after that? They give a break in structure, okay? Now they gave a break in structure, okay? They gave a break in structure. What does a break in structure says? It tells you that momentum towards the downside is now strong. This represents weakness, okay? Weakness. However, I still know that I'm counter trending. Don't forget that, okay? I know that I'm counter trending. So if I'm counter trending, I understand already that I'm counter trending, and I don't counter trend moves coming from day one. But based on my experience, I've been doing this for a long time now, okay? And based on my experience, I can get away with counter trends provided I don't expect unrealistic targets. Okay, so what I do when things are like this, I'm gonna have an expansion from this level here all the way to here. So it's this body of the breakout and the high of the day, okay, which is the current high of the session. And I might get away with an expansion of 3 or an expansion of 2. In this case, yes, I got away with an expansion of 2, which was roughly okay, it's fine. I want to delete most of these things that are just creating noise, which was actually I think they even got to an expansion of 3. Yes, they hit the expansion of 3. Yes, you see, they got to my expansion, but I was already out of this one. Why? Because I showed you that today we had FOMIC meeting. Okay, so I don't want to be in a FOMIC. I don't want to be in a position when there is FOMIC news, because that might just interfere with everything. Okay, so that's the reason I closed this one early. Okay, I closed this one the moment it hit here, and I got away with roughly 50 pips. And you see, they broke out. This shows weakness. Now they went back. You see, they went back to the top, and the moment this candle closed, it's now an engulf. They're sending people up, break structure, sending people up. People are buying, okay, because most people don't understand. So now they are actually, they give an engulf. This engulf shift the zone from everybody here. So everybody who literally bought above this box that I've just drawn here got trapped and punished. Okay, got trapped and punished. Okay, everybody who bought here literally got trapped and punished. Okay, so that's what happened. And I took it here, and I put my stops. I put my stops at the high of the day. I did mention in my previous video where we were talking about mistakes that most people make the mistake of, actually, this was 25 pips. Most people make the mistake of keeping tight stops. You find that people want to squeeze their stops. They enter here and they are putting their stops here. They are gonna close you. Okay, you need realistic stops. Okay, and you want to give the trade some breathing space. Okay, so once they gave this engulfing candle that closed inside, that's when I took it, and I just closed I closed it around somewhere here because of the FOMIC news. So guys, this one was a very good one for me, but the most important thing I want everybody to understand is the timing. The timing helps you become patient. Okay, I wait for the equity time, then I wait for the stop hunt. Okay, as you can see, they were sending people up and up and up, and everybody who sold here or who sold on this pin got punished. Okay, and I told you in my previous video, if you go and watch it, okay, stop hunts serve 2 functions. They send you into the wrong direction, or else they close those who are in profit. And here they were just sending people into the wrong direction, and this one became a very good one. And here's my last one, and for this one as well, I closed it somewhere around here. The reason is actually because of FOMIC news. As I've already said, I don't want to be in a position when there is major red news, because that might interfere with everything. Okay, so I don't want to be in a position. Okay, even though I wish I didn't really close it, I wish I just trailed my stops, but you know, it really happened that way, and I want to keep my trades closed after roughly 6 p.m. Right now it's gonna be 7 p.m. because of the change in timings. It's gonna be 7 p.m. South African time. And as you can see, I took okay, let's go to a 5-minute time frame. Okay, first of all, let me explain this. I want you to all see what happened right here. Okay, so that you'll understand. You see, this move was going up and up and up. Okay, it's a pump, right? Okay, fine. And then here it started trapping people. It did the same thing. It gave an M. It broke structure, break in structure. When I see these things, I get happy, because now I know that momentum towards the downside is strong. Okay, and I did explain this last week. Okay, I did explain this last week. Okay, it's the same thing day in, day out. On this time around, it's just that it's happening on a 1 hour time frame, but it's the same thing. They give you an M. This is first leg of an M, this is the neckline, and then this is the second leg. They break in structure. Break in structure tells you what? It's a weakness. It's a sign of weakness. What do we buy? What do we sell? We sell weakness. What do we buy? We buy strength. Okay, those are the things we do. I'll show you even here, weakness and strength. That's all it's about. That's all this is about. Okay, strength and weakness. Break-in structure simply shows that, okay, it's a sign of weakness, and then as you can see, they go back again, but they don't release these people above here. I'm not gonna explain too much about that right now because I've been explaining this for so long. Okay, so as you can see, this is a day one. When does it become a day one? It's a first red day. It opened high, closed low. Okay, when does it become a red day? You got it right. It becomes a day one. It becomes a day one when they actually break the low the next day. Okay, so in this case, okay, fine, they broke this low, and when they broke this low, this rendered this day a peak formation. What do? We don't counter trend peak formations. Okay, this is a peak formation. This is a peak formation. It simply means we had a failed breakout. Okay, so now this one was in inside, it didn't break out anyway, but it's a peak formation. We don't counter trend peak formation. I told you I use these strategies combined because sometimes they're going to give you day one, day two, day three. Sometimes they're going to give you day one, day two, day one, day two, day three, and go to day one breakouts, day two breakouts, day three breakouts. I've been explaining this for so long, and I believe most of you already understand this by now. Okay, so they gave us a day one. It's not a day of breakout. Okay, so here they gave us a day one of breakout. I omitted day two, day three, okay, to make things look a little bit clear. So this is where we get a day one of breakouts. We got a day two of breakouts on Friday. We got a day three of breakouts on Monday, and today somebody will say, hey, but it's a breakout. No, it's not a breakout. If you already know if you're following me, I always put this line. If you look at this line right here, one thing you're gonna notice is that this prices didn't really break. Okay, those pins are stop hunts. That's why here I wrote stop hunt. If you put a line chart, you will see if it's a breakout or not. Okay, that's how I filter my things to see very well. So this was not a breakout for me. This is a stop hunt. So when I go to a smaller time frame, I want to show you trade that I lost. Okay, already we are where we are at the low of the week. Okay, sorry, it says high of the week, but this is the low of the week. Okay, let me pull this right here because I want stability on my charts. Okay, so this is actually the low of the week. This is the previous week closing price. Okay, and obviously we have two closing price. We have the current week, which is the closing price starting from this week. Okay, it's Friday's closing price. Okay, and this one is last week's closing price. Okay, so we need these levels because prices are more likely to react when they reach this level. Okay, so I saw this one. This was a stop hunt. Okay, and I did nothing. I told you I wait for the equity opening times, and the pound yen, Great Britain pound moves well during the London session, and the yen moves well during the Asian session. That's why you'll see big moves. Okay, but since yesterday, yeah, we have been seeing things, guys, since yesterday. If you have been observing your charts, you will see that almost every session there were big moves. Okay, almost every session, starting from the Asia. Even gold yesterday did move very well. Okay, let me just go back because I want people to see. Okay, you see even gold did move very well during the Asian session. Okay, it did go up. Okay, and then they went down. So you can see that we've been having some crazy moves, okay, this week. Okay, however, the pound yen moves well during Asia, and it moves well as well during the London session. So what I did today was I was actually you see here, this they stop hunted people from here. Okay, and then they came on this session. I was still using my old times. Okay, so I was using my old times. So 7:30, let me go to a 5-minute time frame so that you can see everything quite clear. Okay, I know it's becoming too long. Okay, however, if you look here, this is where actually this candle here, this is the candle that opened it's actually 9:30. This is the time I was using as the equity opening time, because I told you I don't just change, I wait for behaviors. So I was using this all times, and I took this as a stop hunt because already they've trapped. That certain times when they'll trap and actually buy, and they will not want to release these guys. Okay, so I actually took that as that because I was comparing this currency to the euro, mainly because of the high correlations they have. Okay, and I'll show you how I did that. You see, for the euro, they came and closed these guys here. Okay, this is what happened at the very same time with GJ. Okay, here, and I bought here. Okay, I bought here. Okay, because I was comparing this based on correlations. I was comparing this with the euro, and the euro, yes, indeed closed everybody here. However, the GJ didn't. Okay, GJ didn't. However, I did buy here based on the correlations. Okay, I bought here. I will explain that in another video. That's why I'm not going deeper into that. So I did buy here, and unfortunately they closed me. That's when I started, okay, based on the movements of yesterday. That's when I saw and confirmed that, oh, now price behavior is aligning with the new changes on US time. So that means I will have to use the current 9:30 time, and that's when I switched to the current 9:30 time. So when they closed me here, I didn't bother revenge trading. Okay, I don't revenge. So this was the stop hunt. It closed these guys, and it closed these guys here, which I was part of them. It closed me here, and I just said, okay, let it be. Okay, let it be. However, I was still interested in this currency. Why? Because it has given a very perfect day 3 setup. Okay, day 3 setup, and this one wasn't like a breakout. Okay, it wasn't a breakout to me. It wasn't convincing. Okay, as I showed you on a 1 hour time frame. So I didn't revenge. I just waited and did nothing. Okay, that's when I actually made this video over here. If you look here, this video, important update to trading times, that's when I explained that now I'm changing my times, and I'll be using the new 9:30 time. Okay, which is for South Africa is now for US equity opening time, it's now actually 4:30, and for London it's actually now 10:30. So I'm moving it from 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, and I actually made a video so that everybody so that we will actually all be on the same page. Okay, and yes, this one closed me. However, I was still interested on this one because I knew that most day 3s explode. If it doesn't explode the same day, it's more likely to explode the next day. Okay, so I was anticipating a very big explosive move from this currency. So I just waited and waited and waited. Okay, and the US opened, and when the US opened, let me come to a 5 minutes. Remember, patience pays. Okay, remember this, patience pays. I always want to see this word because it motivates me. So I was seeing as they were going. Okay, I was just observing them, and as I told you, the equity time opened here. Now I'm using the new times, right? So they opened here, and I don't chase moves, guys. I don't chase move. I don't open if there is no rate, if there are no major red news. I'm not going to open a position up until the equity opening time. So the equity opening time actually opened right here, and I waited for a stop hunt. If you look carefully, okay, it has to be 14:30. Down here it's 14:30 because I told him my broker is behind in roughly 2 hours. And as you can see, it's this candle. It opened here and it just gave a stop hunt. Okay, yes, I'm curious when they create this kind of support or resistance. Okay, here they're creating a very strong support. As you can see, they didn't take these guys out. However, I did understand that it's maybe because the move has already started, but again, I went to Euro JPY because the correlations are high, and what the euro does, the pound is more likely to do. And when I came to the euro, I saw that, okay, exactly at the same time the euro has broken out. So right now here I was using the power of correlations. Okay, so I saw that, oh wow, this one has stop hunted everybody. So I'm actually expecting the same thing from the yen. So since that one did and this one didn't, I now knew that, okay, this simply means they are not gonna take these guys out, because if you zoom out very well, you will see that there is a very slight space in between. Okay, there is a slight space in between, and they do this because they don't want to release those who are already trapped. Okay, and this is a common behavior you're gonna see most of the time. Okay, let me just show you. There is a slight, very slight. If you don't look carefully, you won't see it. Okay, there is a very slight, you see this prices here didn't actually hit the line. If we can zoom in carefully, and people won't actually see that this is important. You see, even the session, there's a wide space right here. You see here, they didn't reach this line, and the reason they do this is because if prices don't reach this line, it simply means those whose order has been filled below this one, people who have been selling here, and they have their orders below here, they are not released. Okay, they are not released. Most of them won't be on the screen. Okay, they are not released. Okay, however, because of spread, they managed to close those who were buying just below this level, but they didn't release those who are trapped from this level. So this is a common practice, and I confirmed it here because here they did break. Okay, you see they did give a stop hunt, a very nice beautiful stop hunt. Okay, because where did the equity open? Okay, I want to show you where the equity opened. Okay, this is the candle that opened the equity, the US equity time. Okay, and they did come and close all those who were maybe buying this nonsense. Okay, so that's when I confirmed that, oh, okay, now it seems like they're not gonna take these ones out. The same thing I did here, because they didn't take these guys out. However, when I looked at the euro, I did see that, okay, they did take these guys out here, and based on the strong correlations, I expect these things to be behaving in the same manner. However, the euro is less volatile as compared to the yen, to the pound yen. Okay, euro yen is actually less volatile, okay, as compared to the pound yen. Okay, so when I saw this happening, I actually got my confidence to enter onto this one. So I know most of you might not understand this, but when you start learning about correlations, then you'll realize that, okay, euro yen and pound yen are highly correlated, and what one of these pairs is doing, the other is more likely to do. Okay, so basically when they stop hunted here, I entered after this candle. Okay, I entered after this candle, and when they came down again, this is where I added another position. Okay, why? Because I've learned that do not put your eggs in one basket. Okay, you don't put your eggs in one basket. Okay, you don't put your eggs in one basket. What you actually do is you size in, because if you are too early, maybe if you are wrong and they're gonna end up closing people here, then you don't want to be losing a lot. Okay, so you start with a small position and you add more. This is where you actually add more size as the trade has already confirmed. As you see here, it's confirmed. Okay, they came down, I bought here, and then they went up, bounced on the previous closing price. Okay, they pinned the low of the week, and then they bounce on the closing price. This here is something that looks like a very strong support. Okay, and this is gonna happen. That's why we need these levels, guys. We talk about these levels. Price are gonna behave on these levels the very same thing they did here. They give an engulf. I don't close when things are like this because I start with a small position. Even here when I was closed, okay, I was only closed a very small position, so my losses were not that big, and I wasn't worried because obviously I told you that losses and wins mean nothing, and there is a random distribution between wins and losses, and whatever position you open, I actually, like Paul Tudor John said, I actually know that it might be a loss, so I don't want to be entering or putting all my eggs in one basket. No, I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. What I do is actually wait for it to confirm. Had it came down here and then started going up, I would have added more, but it closed me and I don't revenge. Okay, so I only added here and I took plus 50 pips. Okay, plus 50 pips, because by the time I closed this trade, you see I took plus 50 pips. Actually, yes, I took plus 50 pips because I closed it right here, and the reason for me to close was actually because of Formic. Okay, and yeah, it did go another 50, so I could have taken 100. Okay, and had I took it here, I could have taken 150 pips, because my actual target was back to this week's last week's closing price, and I was also expecting it to go to the high of the day. Okay, so I had different targets. However, it didn't reach there, and I had to close it here because of Formic news. But now, one mistake I did, remember, we are always learning. I shouldn't have closed it. I should have just trailed my stops to this point after this engulf. Okay, and then I would have enjoyed the ride all the way to the top. But it is what it is. Okay, we learn every day, and yeah, we are not we are actually not resistant to mistakes, and we are not bulletproof to mistakes. So of course I did take it here at the closing price, which was also good. Okay, which was also good. There was nothing wrong about this. Okay, so yeah, basically there was nothing wrong, and it went as planned. But because of Forex news, as I've already shown up here, let's see. Okay, because of Forex news, this news came at around 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. It's yes, 9 p.m. and that's when I closed. Okay, because of the news, I don't want to expose anything to the news, and importantly, don't put your eggs in one basket. Okay, that's highly important. Size in. Okay, size in, as everything is confirming. Okay, because you might be wrong. If you are wrong, you don't want to lose your entire size that you were planning to put in. Okay, you want to lose a very small portion and add a bigger portion as everything is getting is actually getting approved. Okay, so this was a good one, guys. It was a good one, even though, yeah, if it was gonna be very good if I wasn't closed here, but because I was still using the old times, I didn't actually use the current US times after they were changed. Okay, so yeah, this is what happens, but it's still good, guys, and yeah, we will see what will happen tomorrow. Obviously now I'm not expecting crazy moves because it's already late, and I will start with my analysis because I told you I analyze my charts a day before. So by tomorrow I want to already know and have the currencies that I'm going to be looking at. And if you don't believe me, this is what I do. I use this it's actually called a sticky note. Okay, every PC has it. Go to search and click and just search for sticky note, and this is where I put my notes. Why? Because it's easy to access for me. Okay, on any monitor. Okay, it's easy to access. I just put in what's happening. Okay, Audi JPY day 3 shorts, 150 pips down, and a breaking structure to the upside. This is what I do. And for London, I just say, okay, Euro JPY day 3 breakouts short. Okay, and just broke the low of the week, 270 pips. Okay, and for GJ, which is currently this one, I said day 3 shorts. Obviously I did show you that we had day 3 or breakout in the market, and then it took out day 3 shorts with a pin. That's exactly what it did here. So I just write what has happened, and this helps me because during the day itself, I'll just come and look and see, okay, this is when I was analyzing, this is what I saw, and okay, has the thing confirmed yet? Has it like behaved the way I'm anticipating, or has it not behaved in the way I'm anticipating? If it didn't, well, then I don't have anything to take. Okay, so this sticky note is very helpful. Okay, so guys, this is how I do it, and patience. I don't care, and I'm not gonna chase a move that happens before the equity opening time. And most importantly, I'm currently using the new times, which is very important. Okay, and don't put your eggs in one basket, and guys, put realistic stops. Okay, because this is something I learned the hard way. Okay, putting small stops, like, you will get close too many times before you get it right. Okay, and that is something you don't want to experience. Okay, I took it here, I put my stops here. The same applies to gold. Okay, I showed you where I took gold, and I literally showed you where I put my stops. Okay, when I took gold, I put my stops at the high of the day because I took it here. I didn't just take gold and put my stops. Even if I put them here, they were gonna be safe, but I want to put them at a place where if they are hit, I know that, okay, I was completely wrong and there is no need to revenge the trade. Okay, the same thing that applied here. When I took this one, I put my stops at the low. Okay, at the low. So when they closed me down here, I knew that, okay, there's no need for me to counter trend. Okay, my setup was invalidated based on times. Okay, because the most important thing to me is times and these levels. Times. Okay, time allows me to be patient. And here I was using the all times. That's why I actually say this is invalid. And when they hit it, I didn't even get the strength to counter trend, to re-enter again, because I don't revenge trade. I just waited till late, and that's when I got the opportunity, even though I exited early because of the news. It's not because of emotions now, it's because there were news. I always do this when there is news, okay? I don't want to be exposing capital when there is news, because for me, guys, they can just come and pin down. And imagine if you were in a profit of 50 pips and you end up being closed, okay? So that's a very bad thing you don't want to see, okay? So guys, I believe this is helpful, and if it is, kindly hit the subscription. If you haven't, you can comment, share, and say, just talk to me, guys. I'm also human. We can just have a conversation, okay? So guys, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best coming to this week. We have less news. That's the most important thing. We have less news. Therefore, I think it's gonna be a perfect week, okay? Yes, we have a couple of holidays, okay? We have a couple of holidays this week, okay? So guys, I actually, yeah, I think it's gonna be a perfect week, okay? Because we don't have much news on the dollar, okay? Because news from the dollar move a lot of currencies, okay? So basically, if we don't have much news on the dollar, I get happy, okay? We only have news on Friday for the dollar. So yeah, it's gonna be a very good week, okay? It's gonna be a very good week. Even tomorrow we're gonna be having news very late. So when I have news late like this, yeah, this really interferes with everything, okay? So I'll see what I do. But when I have news like this, the dollar is not my favorite unless I go through the news on a 1 minute time frame and they show me a bigger picture, which gives a good opportunity. That's when I'm willing to enter. But entering early, nah. Okay, because even at it's gonna be the New York opening time is actually gonna be 4:30 for me, and these news are gonna come at 5 p.m. So I will have 30 minutes. I'm not gonna enter here. I will wait for this news to trade, and maybe they'll give an opportunity, because I don't want to enter before news, okay? So yeah, it's gonna be a very good week, guys, and I wish you all the best, okay?